I don't know about you, but I aspire to be a great person, a great leader, and in my instance, because I have kids, a great parent. And one of the things that I've learned over the last year working with leaders is that the difference between good people, leaders, and parents, and great people, leaders, and parents isn't that big of a difference. Now, the effect of these people, as we compare the great leaders to the good leaders, is huge. The effect is huge. But the difference between them as people isn't that big of a difference. In fact, what I've found is that good leaders and great leaders, the vast majority of the time, they operate at a really high level. But what I find is that the difference between a good leader and a great leader is that that good leader just gets emotionally triggered at a higher rate than the great leaders. They get into situations where they may flip their lid. They may be a little bit more critical or condescending, maybe a little bit more inclined to micromanage in certain situations. Now, they're not a micromanager all the time. There's just certain situations that trigger that in the good leaders. Another way of saying this, and to put a label to this, is that the great leaders have a wider window of tolerance than the good leaders. And I think that applies to people in general. I also think it applies to parents. It's been a little bit of a slap upside the head for me as I see that I've got some room to widen my window of tolerance. You see, the great leaders are just more kind. They're more compassionate. They're more patient. They're more empathetic. And that all comes about because they have a wider window of tolerance. So if you want to become a better person, a better leader, or a better parent, what you need to focus on is widening your window of tolerance. And how do we do that? Well, that's through vertical development. If you want to learn more about vertical development, check out some of my other videos or join me on my website at ryangottfredson.com.